Hi everyone. I've been doing some secret stitching this year for some friends of mine, and I thought it might be nice to share it and you might get a wee bit of inspiration for some of your Christmas stitching. Sorry, did I just bump the table? Anyway, I have a group of friends who, how do I put we kind of were a coffee group, and maybe now children are growing up, we're a wine group, or some of us are. We used to meet every Friday afternoon in the cafe that was next door to where our children had assembly after at primary school. So we would kind of wait in there until they had assembly and finished school and then pick them up. And we've been doing that now for, I think, about 12 years, maybe nearly 13 years, maybe coming up next year. But anyway, I started a bit of a tradition every year. I would give them a Christmas decoration, and it was really just to say thanks for their friendship, thanks for driving me around, because I don't drive, you know, picking me up and taking me places if we went to the movies and things like that. And so I've done that every year, and I started off this year thinking that I would like to do a Christmas stocking sort of theme this year, and I did the first one, which is this wee one here, which is the one I have done in January, and it's just a wee pattern I had for a stocking, and I've used a vintage Suffolk puff there, or yo-yo, and a bit of sari ribbon, and made a wee stocking. I think the turnover at the top is a bit of vintage tablecloth actually that I cut up. So I kind of had thoughts of maybe doing one of those a month, just an easy wee one, and a few Christmas stockings. And at the end of January, my mum got sick, and then the whole year for lots of us, lots of my friends in this wee group, kind of turned to custard. So my thoughts then moved to I'll do a Christmas decoration every month, and it can just be whatever I feel like stitching on, wherever I am, and so that's what I've done, and I'm about to share. So by the time this video goes up, they will have all had their Christmas decorations and hopefully like them. Some of my ideas, some I've got the patterns to show you where I got them, and so you've seen January. I've put my glasses on to read my wee list, but we'll continue with February, and February was this little Christmas tree here. Got a red and white spot on the back because we all love our polka dots. And this is a pattern from a Jen Kingwell, let me put it here. A Jen Kingwell pattern, tiny trimmings that I got at, there's a few wee patterns there, that I got at Christmas time when I was down in Torquay, is it? Yeah, I think it's Torquay where her shop Amity is. So that became the February Christmas decoration of the month. For March, I did these, I did them one of these slow stitch stars. So I did a great big panel of all red and white, and stitched it all, canthed it and did all sorts of things, and then I cut these out. I've just used that white tablecloth on the back, and on all of them I added a wee piece of off a vintage doily or something. So that's got that red and that wee white flower. This is the pattern, Christmas decoration pattern. I made them another one. What did I make? Oh, I've made the pear. Actually, I can quickly, if I get up from my seat here, I can quickly get the pear to show you. Hold for a minute. I have the pear, and these I put as a bit of a decoration on their Christmas decoration parcel for last year. So that's the pear. That was March. April I spent a lot of time with my mum in hospital, and so I stitched these while while I was in hospital. No, I wasn't in hospital, while I was beside the bed. So these are a Marglo pattern, and it's from this book here, Festive Stitches. And if I get my pointing right, it's that wee one in the top corner there. So I just finished it with the gingham on the top and the bottom, and it's just got plain white on the back and the wee running stitch ribbon. So the decorations that I've given all of these friends have all been, well, mostly along the red and white theme, or using DMC 498 thread. So that'll go, all their decorations from all the years will all go together. So the next one was these Sashiko stars, and I got this as a panel quite a while ago from Annie's Quilt Shop up in just out of Ashburton, Tynwald. So I needed something easy that month, so I did these, and I've sewn all the way around the stars and then split the back to stuff them. So I've just put a wee bit of wool. That was a salvage off actually a bigger piece of wool I had, but I liked the colours in it. So that goes on these Sashiko stars. May, June, I went with a Christmas decoration that I had made years ago when I was maybe 10, 12, 14, I don't know. I've always had one and kept it. And so I've done it in the spot, because that's kind of our thing too, the polka dots. And what's inside is actually a plastic bangle from the 1970s that I found at an op shop, and that's what I used to use actually when I used to make these. I used to make them for a shop in Balclutha and sell them, and somewhere else, maybe in Invercargill. But you really just make a long tube and you gather it up, and you know, when it's all gathered it makes this kind of frilly sort of wreath. So that's that one. July, must have been busy in July, because actually no, I think I stitched these when Mum was in hospital, so I maybe did a couple that month. So July is just this little cross stitch flower motif, possibly I got from the Brenda Keys motif book, but I'm not 100% sure. So I've just got the red and white spot on the back and just a wee pearl cotton simple sort of hanger on there. Maybe I didn't have much time to put something together, so that was an easy one that month. August, I've done these ovals, and I've made the cord for on the top, and some lovely red and white striped French ribbon that I got in, I think, at Dirty Jane's in Barrel, and all of them are different. I've just used the white on white doilies and found motifs and things that look nice, and cut out an oval, running stitched around it, just plain white on the back. I think that's that same damask sort of tablecloth, if you can see it. And so that's the oval. Next one, where are we up to? We're up to September. I made some Christmas strawberries. Oh, it matches my shirt. Now these are from, I used the pattern from this freebie online from Kathy Schmitz. What's it called? Bird in Hand pin cushion. So you should be able to find that online, and as I say, that's a free pattern that she had, but it makes a really nice good size strawberry. So I've used green wool for on the top, and I've also put a vintage pink button on there, and the sari, just used the sari for a bow, and I think there's a bit of seam binding on the top there. So there's my September strawberry. October, did I make these? I made, where did I go in October? Somewhere I made when I was away. So I've made sort of a hexagon decoration. I don't know whether you call it a star or a snowflake or a flower, or but anyway, I've made them all red and white in the same colours that I normally use for their decorations and for the loop thing. Oh, I don't have it here, but it was a Bed Bath and Beyond, I think. Bed Bath and Table. The one in the Golden Centre anyway, they always do a great ball of red and white twine, sort of, that I use for the decorations. November. Now in November, I wanted to have a go with doing the piece cloth method, but I wanted to use red thread, and I don't know if you can see up there close enough. I wanted to see what the effect would be with the red thread. Normally, if I can grab a piece here that I've done, normally it would be done with a cream thread and you can't see, but I decided I wanted to do it with red thread, which I actually quite liked. And then I don't know, I just sat down one night and thought, well, I might make these into a decoration. I could put a Christmas tree on. And then I wanted to have a go at doing some letters, just freehand doing some letters. So I did a Christmas word to start off with. And then I just, sometimes you're in the flow of things and it just happens. So they're all kind of different. They've all got different Christmas words on them. Some have got, what do I use? I used joy, I used ho ho ho, and things like that. Oh no, I've got Noel here. I often think it's funny when I'm doing things with Noel on them and Joy. Somewhere someone's going to go, who are Noel and Joy? What relations were they to us? So that's my kind of made up slow stitch. And what have I put on the back there? Oh, just a bit of white linen on the back and a bit of jute for a hanger on the top. And the way I made it was to sew off 3 sides. I left it totally open at the bottom, and I've slid in a piece of cardboard that gives it a bit of strength, and then I just carried on my running stitch down the bottom. So that was November. And December, I have done, and because I have to give these at the end of November, so I had to do my December one and November one in the same month. So I've just done a red and white spotty star and cut out some lovely crochet bits from a crochet doily, and I've actually used this to cover. I sewed the star all around, and then I did my split. My split's hiding underneath there, so I've got just a plain back which doesn't show any stitching. And my ties on all of them actually are ties off, get my words out, the swing tags on your clothes. So I often keep the ribbons or the ties or whatever from that, because they actually do make good ties. They're good bits of ribbon or twine or whatever. So that's all of them. And what I've also done, and a second to put it all together, is I've actually made a bag out of the vintage tablecloth, which must have been quite big because I've used it a bit. And so what I've done is sort of made a Christmas tree using the crochet doilies. I've gone, small, medium and large, and then as you can see down the bottom there, there's a pot and a wee stem. And this was a table runner that I've used. And so that's kind of the panel on the front of my wee drawstring bag that all the decorations go into. And I've just used running stitch around and running stitch to make the channel at the top there. So I hope everyone, and I know they'll love them, they love their decorations, but it's been a pleasure to make them during the year, and it's really actually been quite good therapy while everything's been going on with everyone, to spend time doing these and thinking about them, and to know that I've got something really exciting coming for them that they'll love. So yeah, that's my secret stitching for this year to share with you all. Thanks very much for watching. Bye.